welcome back to another video. So today is the 1st of July when I'm filming this, so I'm ready to get on my July TBR. I have 5 books as per usual. I think it's just a good number. Like, if you underread, it's not too bad, but if you overread, then it feels really good. So that's what we're going to do today, and let's just get into the video. So the first book I want to talk about today is The Vaccine Race by Meredith Wadman. This book is one that I never planned to pick up and never really knew fully existed, but when I saw it, I was like, wow, this is so interesting. I'm really into the whole vaccine thing. I'm really interested in it, and currently it's very a hot topic, obviously, with everything that's going on in the world. I picked this up from the library about a few months ago before everything happened, and I'm really glad I got it when I did and I didn't put it off and say, oh, I'll get it like another time or later. No, I was like, I'm gonna just get it. And it basically discusses how different scientists over time have discovered vaccines and how they went about it and all the different things that have come together to make it so possible to have vaccines. And it also talks about the how scared people were because no one really knew fully what this was. And obviously when you hear that, oh, they're going to inject something into you that's like a dead disease or weakened disease, you get scared because you're like, that doesn't sound very safe. But like, she goes through the science of it, and I just am so excited. So far I've read like 2-3 pages of it, but not a lot, and I can't wait to get more into it. So the next book that I want to read is Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race. This book has been all over my bookstagram feed, and I've had it on my shelf for honestly like close to a year, and I just haven't picked it up. And this year obviously my target was to read more non-fiction, so this is definitely a good book. And with everything going on, it's so important to read books written by authors of colour and just to understand and learn from their experiences and stand by them. You don't have to be the voice that takes over, and you shouldn't be the voice that takes over. Just stand by them and understand that you support them. And this book talks about the author's frustrations of talking about race within Britain and how she's done having to be the underdog and having to, you know, stick up and for stuff and take all the rubbish. So I'm really excited to read this. My mum's actually read it and she really enjoyed it, so I have no excuse but to get to it this month, and I will get to it. This is probably one of the ones that I most want to get to, just because I think it's so important. And when something happens like what's been going on, you have to educate yourself and you have to be prepared to read up and to learn and not be ignorant. So definitely this is on the top. Okay, the next book that I plan on reading this month is The Bells. This is a book I've been putting off because it's thick and I just like don't have the motivation to read a thick book, and I think it's kind of crosses over to the fantasy barrier, which is another reason I just haven't had the guts to get to it. But it talks about these kind of girls that are called the Bells, and everyone's born grey and only the Bells can give them beauty basically. And there's always one belle that works for the royal family, and it's kind of like really obviously high esteem to work for them, and the main character of this book really wants to work with them, but she's kind of like, you know, obviously competition, like everybody wants it, so you've got to really impress, and she hopes she can impress. And this is by Danielle Clayton, another black author, which is really important to give these authors the space to write and to share stories, because obviously sometimes the publishing industry does mute them a little bit, and we have to be buying their books, be shouting about their books, being like they're good writers just as much as anyone else. So definitely, if you haven't read this, definitely pick it up. I'll definitely report back on how I thought it was and how I thought it went, and I think it'll be a really good book, so I'm excited. Okay, the next book I want to talk about is one that I'm just embarrassed is still on here. Like, it's been on like 5 different TBR videos and I still haven't got to it, and it's just becoming embarrassing at this point. And that is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. My goal this year was to do more classics, and I don't think I've even read one, and it's July. Like, this is becoming ridiculous. I started this book in 2019 and it still has not been read. It's not okay. So this book talks about the whole how the Deep South and the racial tensions that were there back in the time. It's another important book to read. I think this month I'm just really trying to educate myself more, and because education never stops. Like, you can still be ignorant, you have to keep educating yourself. So this is a book that I definitely will pick up, and it has so many good reviews and so many people love it, and I want to love it as well. So that's why I'm going to read it, and I'm going to get it done this month. If I don't get myself done, I'm going to kick myself. This has to be read. And I definitely am going to do a review on this book when I finish it, so that's another incentive for me to finish it, that I can get a video out of it, because why is it not being read? There's no excuse. And I really hope it's going to be a 5-star read. And yeah, that's the book. This is the book of the month. This is the book I need to get to. Okay, the next book is another non-fiction. That is Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. Okay, this is the thing with this. Like, I need to just get to this book, because the fact that I haven't read it is becoming concerning. Like, this is the thing with all these fiction books. They just sit, I mean, not fiction, non-fiction books. They just sit on my shelf for so long, don't get read, and it becomes frustrating. So this book talks about sleep and why it's important, and why we shouldn't like let it drop on our scale of important priority things to do. And I think I just want to read this book so I have more excuse to sleep, and I can tell myself, yeah, you're sleeping because it's good for you, science said so, this book said so. That's why I want to read this. And I've heard people say it's really good, and I think it's important sometimes to just read stuff to help improve yourself and to improve your overall mental and physical health. So hopefully this can help me improve my physical health when it comes to sleeping. And maybe it'll even tell me like better ways to sleep, so that when I wake up I don't feel tired. You know, that thing where you slept for like 9 hours and you wake up and you're still tired, and you're like, why am I still tired? I slept for 9 hours. So hopefully maybe this can solve that problem. So yeah. Okay, so those are the 5 books that I want to read this month. I'm super excited to get to them, and honestly this month better not throw any curveballs for me, because I want to get to these 5 books. And also I probably will be listening to a few audiobooks, but I just haven't included them in this list because I'm not sure which ones yet. But hopefully this month is going to be a good reading month for me. I can feel it, my bones. I've said that this whole year and it just hasn't been a good reading month. Like, I want to read 100 books and so far I've read 36. So the next few months are gonna be hard, gonna be a push, but hopefully I can do it. And comment down below what books you really want to get to this month. Remember to subscribe and give this video a like, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!